Wanna be where you are, want you to look away, boy. Be my superstar, your love is all it takes, boy. Wanna be where you are, want you to look.
Hi there, Paul here from the House of the Outsiders, and thank you for dropping by. I'm back today with another short video showing a collage. All through July I've been setting myself a challenge of doing a daily collage. Okay, I haven't done them every day, but I'm doing them most days. And hence why the last video I did showed a collage, and I'm very much keeping with the same theme this week. So I've taken pages which I've already decorated, this one included. I've done a whole batch of them using Dylusions paints, and I've just coated them in a flat colour with a sponge. And I've taken this one, I think the background was coloured in bubblegum pink, and I'm taking a sponge, and I've got a couple of other paints there. There's a colour that was lighter than the bubblegum pink, although it's called bubblegum pink. It's by another company called Deco Art, and the Deco Art lavender colour for a darker colour. So I've sponged the light bubble pink on top first, then I've taken the lavender, taken a different sponge, and I've dabbed that on top. So we've kind of got three colours, and then I've taken the Dylusions bubblegum pink paint and dabbed it on top. It just brought some of the lightness of the Deco Art bubble pink down a bit, so it all tended to join in together. And then what I did was tore out a few pages out of some Sunday magazines, and I tore things that to me looked like a body, some eyes, some accessories, things like this, things I thought might work as hands, legs, and things like this. So I thought I'd show you the whole process I've gone through, because I don't have it completely set in mind, and it does change. So I took a pattern, a piece of pattern paper from an advert, and cut it into what I thought was going to be a face shape. Now I saw this fan, and I thought, yep, I bet I could do something with that. It could either be used as a fin, as hairpiece, as a skirt. Didn't know what, but knew something. Then I took this picture, which I knew had some very distinctive eyes, cut those out. A happy accident is that the lips I chose also match the fan in a kind of ombre effect. The lips have only 3/4 of the lip painted in the red lipstick, and the fan goes from red to a pale, so it fan follows a theme. That is a happy accident. I wish I could say I had that more purposeful. So anyway, found the green bottle, cut that in half, turned it upside down, thought that'd make a great bottle. As you can see, what I tend to do, although going by a bit fast, is when I make something I then sort of like try it against various things to see whether they would work. I've changed the face shape for the banana bite that I've cut into another face shape, and then I've stuck the eyes and lips on top. I found another pie, cut it in half. I thought I would use that as a hairpiece, but now I've cut it in half, thought it would make some nice wings, arms, something like that. Now I thought the banana pie face shape was too busy, so I took a plain piece, a more plainer piece of background, and cut out the same shape. But as I was doing it, I thought, well, what would it look like if I just put the eyes and lips onto that fan? And I thought, yeah. It took me a while to sort of like choose between the two, but I thought, no, this is the one that looks weirder. And that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to find something that's sort of like slightly different to how I would normally do things. So although I considered doing a face game with something that was a bit more normal, yeah, I went for something else. The feet got changed a couple of times. Then I glued it all together, decided where about to place it. Should I place it on the left, in the middle, on the right? Decided I'd place this one on the right. I have a preference for placing things on the left, so I thought I shall try and place it on the right just to get me out of my comfort zone. So yes, once the glue, it's a Pritt stick I use. It's just there are advantages and disadvantages to glue sticks, but the disadvantages of them not being particularly sticky lifelong is not a concern. This is very much temporary art, and it's for my own personal development and use, not to be hung in an art gallery, so I don't mind. So anyway, glue is now dried. I've taken my Posca pen and I start by outlining. And I tend to outline the outside of the figure, and then I tend to outline the pieces. The only thing I don't outline are the lips. I've tried outlining lips in black pen, and it just doesn't look right, so I tend to leave them alone. There may be a technique where it works and doesn't work, but for now, they're the only items of collage I don't fill in. I decided then on the border. I went for the complementary colour of the lime green, which thankfully is also in the bottle of the woman's shape. So yeah, I've got the complementary colour scheme going on between the purple and the lime green. The limeish kind of line didn't look good on its own, so I took my black pen out, another Posca pen, and outlined it and then doodled in the inside. And I thought, yeah, that looks much better, gives it I don't know, can't think of the words at the moment, but I know it gave me that kind of design look that I wanted. So once I'd got the border sorted, it was a case of, messing about with ideas. Felt that ought to be something above those eyes. Wasn't sure what. I thought I'd just go with the first thoughts. Doing it with a paint pen means I can't undo any mistakes. So I kind of just drew these antennae things and a bit of hair there, and I thought, okay, that'll do. And so I then thought, well, that big bottle body has plenty of room to do some doodles. So again, no thought in it, just thought I just want blocked shapes. So start at the bottom, drew a couple of block shapes, then drew around it. Then I thought, well, I like to draw some more kind of blocks at the side, like great big thick stitches. And then I thought, add an arrow, add some circles. It just all, yeah, it was just like, what should I do next? Then I took that fan design, and I didn't want to draw the lines all the way up. And I really didn't know what I was going to do, so I just drew a little line, and then when I was looking at it, I thought, you know what, I could join those up with a kind of a semicircular sign. So I do keep hitting the microphone with my hand. I should try not to be so expressive here. So yes, I drew the doodle, then I thought, yeah, I need to fill it in with a bit of black, and then, yeah, I thought, yeah, dots would do. And finally, I think I pulled it off. I thought what was going to be a mistake happened all right. And the only thing left to do that I hadn't filled in was the wing arm kind of idea, which was kind of a strawberry flag, so I kind of drew around all the strawberries with another Posca pen. So now the actual collage, I think, is finished, so it's just time to add some journaling. And again, it's from my little book of quotes from a podcast, and something that a woman sort of like said on the podcast is that you don't ask her BMI. So I penciled out where I wanted the words to go, then filled in the lines with my Posca pen. And the final stage is to take the guideline that I've done in black, whatever, and just build them up, build up the bits that, I can't remember the name of what you have on fonts. The feet, the legs, the arms, they've all got proper names and I can't. Serifs, that's the name. Build up on the serifs. So to give it that quirky look, and to fill in the gaps around it. Yes, the quote, it's rude to ask a woman her BMI. It's quirky, it's drown, makes absolutely no sense to anybody. And the only thing that I saw when I completed this is that there's a tiny bit of a gap on the right hand side where nothing is filled in. Now I do like white space, but this just looked like a block that really needed something, so I drew 3 random shapes. Don't know whether visually it seems to fill in the gap, don't know whether it works or not, but because they don't really tie into anything else. But I think I preferred the 3 shapes I drew right at the end that don't fit in with anything else than I did with the blank space. And as I say, I'm just trying to make a collage, and that's my focus of the month. The rest is for fun. You know, the actual art journaling itself is for fun, and to make it a bit longer for my video too, because you wouldn't get 10 minutes out of me just collaging, especially if I put it on fast forward. So here are those little random shapes. And yes, that's the end of today's page. So, apart from the fact I'm just going to dot the B, the M and the I, and then we're done. So I hope you like my weird little person and the weird quote to go with it. It'd be interesting to draw that, see what comes of it. And again, thanks for listening to me ramble, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.